Okay, I wanted to make it a little bit more engaging, and I have a collection of like years worth of memes and stuff. I've always been on social media, and again, the marriage thing and female nature. This is something that I've always been interested in since my first major relationship and breakup, and I've gone to the internet to try to find stuff to learn and of course up my game and be just a better all-around man. So I have a lot of stuff. Some of it's hilarious, some of it's more serious, but I want to share it with you as you're my student, and I know this is all new to you, and you're trying to learn, and it's all kind of it's still murky, and you don't really fully grasp it yet. And memes and jokes, pictures, and then testimonials from other people that they post on the internet is a great way for it to come through to you. I don't, it's hard to sit and listen to someone and for things to sink in. You need to see it, you need to hear it, you need to watch it. It needs to engage all your senses here in all parts of your imagination and brain. So, I wanted to go through a few of them. We'll have 15 minutes to get through quite a few of them. So, I want to start with this first one. This is a quote from, I don't know why this opens in my VLC media player. Why? I must have set the wrong preferences one time. Should open in the Photos app. But anyway, here's a quote from Will Rogers. There are three kinds of men: the one that learns by reading, the few who learn by observation, and the rest of them have to pee on the electric fence for themselves. There's another classic quote that um, a fool learns from his own experiences, a wise man learns from the experiences of others. And like I said, I have a collection of all this wisdom from other men. This isn't stuff that I experienced in my own life or that I didn't roll out of bed one day and take a bong rip and invent and hallucinate all this stuff. I spent many hours, many years collecting all this data and finding these stories and learning it all for myself. And that's why I'm qualified to share it with you. So there you go. There's the opening quote from Will Rogers. I wanted to start with that one. I just grabbed a few because I have a huge hodgepodge folder of stuff. Let's go with this one here. This is a good one. So Florence Nightingale, I forget, she was like a famous nurse or something. She was one of the pioneers of the nursing field, I think. Anyways, she has this great quote about women, and let me size it to the screen so you guys can see it. Women aren't capable of love by Florence Nightingale. Women crave for being loved, not for loving. They scream out at you for sympathy all day long, yet they are incapable of giving any in return. They really don't have sympathy or the ability to empathize because they are always judging everyone and everything as a product on a social value scale that relates to their own egos. There is no capability for genuine feeling. Other people are just proxies to bounce ideas off of. Just know her background, I apologize. Florence Nightingale, born 1820, died 1910, was an English social reformer, statistician, and the founder of modern nursing. There you go, I was right. Pioneers of the nursing field. So, guys, she dealt with women all the time. Came to prominence while serving as a manager and trainer of nurses during the Crimean War, in which she organized care for wounded soldiers at Constantinople. She significantly reduced death rates by improving hygiene and living standards. Nightingale gave nursing a favorable reputation and became an icon of Victorian culture. Wow. Oh, there you go. The mother, let's say the father, but it's a woman, the mother of modern nursing. There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. Imagine that. Women aren't capable of love. Let's see, where are my other quotes? I think I got another one from her. Women have no sympathy, and my experience of women is almost as large as Europe. Florence Nightingale. I've got a couple quotes here from God, this is annoying. Killing me, Smalls. Here's Arthur Schopenhauer, classic European philosopher. To marry means to have one's rights, like cut it in half, and double one's duties. Why would you want to get married? There you go. Here is a pretty good one. This is from Magnus. I think he's another modern philosopher. I'm not super familiar with his work, though, to be honest. Woman is a misbegotten man and has a faulty and defective nature in comparison to his. Therefore, she is unsure in herself. What she cannot get, she seeks to obtain through lying and diabolical deceptions. And so, to put it briefly, one must be on one's guard with every woman, as if she were a poisonous snake and the horned devil. Thus, in evil and perverse doings, woman is cleverer, that is, slyer, than man. Her feelings drive woman toward every evil, just as reason impels man toward all good. There you go. Woman's nature is different from that of a man. That really says it all. Here's a good one. Here's a man looking for a wife. This is in the modern era, of course. He's sorting through a trash can, the trash can of modern women. Yeah, that says it all. That's dating apps and everything. Let's see. I got more Schopenhauer here. Here's another one. Let me pause that. Arthur Schopenhauer. The fundamental fault of the female character is that it has no sense of justice. This is mainly due to the fact that women are defective in the powers of reasoning and deliberation. But it is also traceable to the position which nature has assigned them as the weaker sex. They are dependent not upon strength, but upon ruse, or deception, folks, and hence their instinctive capacity for cunning and their ineradicable tendency to say what is not true. For as lions are provided with claws and teeth, and elephants and boars with tusks, bulls with horns, and cuttlefish with its cloud of inky fluid, so nature has equipped woman for her defense and protection with the arts of dissimulation. Now, let me pull this up. Dissimulation. That's not a word I run into every day. You guys probably don't either. Let's see what he means by this. The concealment of one's thoughts or feelings or character, a pretense. So a deception. To conceal your thoughts or feelings or true character. Nature has equipped woman for her defenses and protection with the arts of dissimulation to hide her true feelings, intentions, thoughts, and all the power which nature has conferred upon man in the shape of physical strength and reason has been bestowed upon women in this form. Guys, I said this earlier. I said this at the very beginning, trying to explain nature and biology to you guys. Men and women are different. We're wired differently, and here we have a confirmation from Arthur Schopenhauer, one of the greatest minds of Europe's history. Hence, dissimulation, that is, being deceitful, conniving, hiding your true nature and intent, is innate in woman, and almost as much a quality of the stupid as of the clever. It is as natural for them to make use of it on every occasion as it is for those animals to employ their means of defense when they are attacked. They have a feeling that in doing so they are only within their rights. So, folks, how could you ever know if your wife is ever telling you the truth or if she's lying? They don't have the unconscious shame in lying like men do. You know, a lot of men can't bring themselves to lie. It's not in their nature. They feel awful doing so, but I've seen and heard women that fuck. I mean, they lie when they don't have to, when it's not even necessary. They're so used to lying. and they can look you right in the eyes. They have no honor or loyalty. They can just look you right in the eyes and lie to your face like it's nothing, and you'll never know because you always give her the benefit of the doubt, and you're too stupid and lazy to go back and verify. I believe we have one more Arthur Schopenhauer quote. Let's see what it is. Women are directly adapted to act as the nurses and educators of our early childhood, for the simple reason that they themselves are childish, foolish, and short sighted. In a word, are big children all their lives something intermediate between the child and the man, who is a man in the strict sense of the word? That's right, women are childish. Haven't you ever noticed that? They're like grown children with the stupid stuff they're constantly focused on and not taking life seriously a lot of the time. Here's a joke I reiterated on social media. I didn't invent the joke. I actually used the joke at a wedding. I was best man for one of my buddies, got married, and I dropped this bomb on the open mic, and boy, people were not happy with me. The three rings of marriage. First is the engagement ring, next is the wedding ring, and finally there's the suffer ring. That's right. You're gonna suffer if you get married. I'm telling you. Be careful. Here's I'm always on social media and YouTube and stuff, and this guy's kind of a douche, John Deloney. Um, he had a caller on this particular show that it says married over 20 years and we never have sex. Wife refuses to have sex. Guys, if you get married, just get ready. You are going to have a sexless relationship. Women do not marry because they want this robust, healthy sex life with you. Marriages get stale. They lose all the excitement. It's suffocating. Don't do it. You are not going to get sex. And what's the point of having a relationship with a woman where you're not getting sex regularly and often? What's the point? Let's see if I can read one of these testimonials. Oh, here's another good one. Now, this is an African woman, I think, and I saw this on social media. So it says, I fucked everyone I wanted to fuck. Time to get married now. Guys, this is exactly how women think. They fuck around in their 20s. They fucking suck every guy in the county. And then once they've had all that and they get close to 30 and the biological clock starts ticking and they hit the wall and have the epiphany phase, they realize I better grab a man before I get even older and less attractive. So that's what marriage is for them. It's a very pragmatic thing. They need marriage like you need that six-figure income so you can live a good life. Marriage is their agency. They want to marry a rich, powerful man who can give them every little thing they want in their life. That's why they want to get married. It's not because they love you. It's because they need your long-term provisioning, and they're hoping you're stupid enough to deal with their bullshit and to give them everything they want. Can't get over what my wife did. Let's read this. This is from Reddit. Oh, I screenshotted it. Can't get over what my wife did. I'm 41 now. My wife is 38, married 16 years, two beautiful daughters, 10 and 15. In June of 22, my daughter saw my wife's phone light up with a notification from an Instagram message. She must have known my wife's passcode and opened the phone and saw my wife had sent a man a pic of her in her underwear. His response was yummy. I still hate that word. After my wife was in bed, my poor 13-year-old daughter comes to me and told me what she saw. My girl. I confronted my wife immediately and she deleted everything off her phone. I couldn't see it and I didn't want to. I was also going through a rough patch battling PTSD from deployments to Iraq, and I was a 15-year cop at the time. I reached out to him, who was a guy she slept with in high school. I asked him to meet me to fight.